Good morning. It's around 4:15ish on Tuesday and we are at Jakarta airport headed off to Bali this morning. So we made the mistake of not checking like the departure times from Bali to Gili, and so it seems that a lot of the time your last departure from Bali to Gili will be 3 p.m. just because of weather conditions, and apparently like it's a bit far out. I think if you go from Lombok if you fly into Lombok and then head to Gili, you're probably able to catch maybe later ferries or boats after, just because it's a closer distance. So we had a bit of an issue yesterday, just because our original flight did arrive at 2:35 p.m. and we wouldn't be able to make the last ferry or boat to get to Gili. Long story short, we ended up kind of changing the flights to an earlier one, which is 5:35. So at the airport right now, we'll arrive around I think 8:40 a.m. and we'll be able to catch like one of the normal speedboats to Gili, just to get there in time so that we don't have to like forfeit or change our bookings. So yeah, we pretty much were at the Garuda offices the whole of yesterday just trying to get this fixed, and at least we won't have to sacrifice a night at Gili today. So let's go and check it out.
Life is a winding road, no telling where it goes. Driving through days and nights.
We are in Gili. There's no cars on this island, so you just have to use horses.
And I really wanna know if I'll ever figure out where the road goes. Even if I'm falling down, I will keep on searching for my highs. You can say I lost my mind, I will keep on holding my head high. Even if the sky is falling down. Jumping from cliffs so high, trusting our wings to fly. Sometimes we're crashing down, but we get up and start from the ground. And I really want.
Right now we're on Gili Manor Island. This place is so incredibly beautiful.
If I'll ever figure out where the road goes. Even if I'm falling down, I will keep on searching for my highs. You can say I lost my mind, I will keep on holding my head.
So apparently it's really rare to rain in Gili, and it's been like raining for the past hour or so. And now like we need to ride back to our hotel or villa, and then it's like literally flooded. So we are here at Scallywags for dinner.
Even if the sky is falling down, even if the sky is falling down.
Breakfast. And this is her breakfast. Today we headed back from Gili to Bali. Right now we're in Ubud, just checking out the town. We're checking out some night markets and shops and everything. It's a really nice area to probably spend like a day or two. And it's more like, it's less kind of beachy, it's more in the mountains. It's where you also see like the rice paddy fields, a lot of the temples as well. So let's check it out. last full day in Bali, and we're actually at a shop right now, which is really good for shopping for souvenirs in Bali. And Lucy has suggested some things that we can try out to bring back home for our friends and family. So we're gonna have a look around this place. It's quite big, and I think we'll see what kind of good things there are to buy. So what's pai susu?
Milk tea pot. Milk tea pot.
And is it a Indonesian delicacy?
It's a Balinese delicacy. It's a very famous thing.
I'm on the train headed back to Indiana. The rain is forming into rivers outside, writing down all the things that I miss, and in the letters you take form. No, I won't go back tonight with a...
So here you have like a couple of different restaurants you can go to. So we're gonna be eating at this one tonight, and we're just waiting for a table right now because the outdoor tables are full.
Hometown, running free. It could be everything that we were chasing. I'm impatient.
Good morning. Today is our last day in Bali, and we are having breakfast right now.
I'm the first one to get off at the station. There's something in the air that I can't place. Now I see a silhouette in the dark.
I'm headed back to Hong Kong.
She's
These
headed back to Hong
guys
Kong.
Are going back to Melbourne.
Except me.
Oh, except she's going to Bandung. So right now I'm at the airport headed back to Hong Kong. Overall the trip was really great. I think we could have stayed like an extra day or two in Bali and Gili, just because you have to be aware that when you're in Indonesia you do spend a lot of time kind of in traffic or in the car. So that isn't desirable, but I think it's just like part of like the hecticness of like traveling in Southeast Asia, in particular in Indonesia. It's been a really great trip just because, you know, we obviously all gathered in Indonesia, in Jakarta, to celebrate Lucy's wedding, and then being able to come to Bali for like a short side trip was also amazing as well. You know, the last time we did a massive kind of trip was probably 10 years ago when we were like 18, 19, and we were in Malaysia actually, so it was quite fun. And I think like one of the important things is that, you know, for me, I've kind of found that post-university, it's a lot harder to make new memories or like, you know, share new experiences with your friends as opposed to like high school where you do a lot more things together. Just because I think like, you know, once we graduate from uni, we're always kind of doing our own thing. We start having our own careers, our lives and stuff. And when you catch up with friends, it's more from the perspective of just like, you know, updating what you're doing, what you've been up to. And that's totally fine and that's great. But traveling together, like you definitely learn so much more about each other, like who's a morning person, who's not. Or you figure out like, you know, who's more planning, who's more that kind of thing. And it's just a really great experience to travel with your friends because you, apart from learning about each other in a more prolonged period, I think what the great part of it is that you end up really creating new memories and experiences, and these are things that kind of help bind you together, or they add to that like like a memory kind of folder, so that you have new things to look on and like kind of laugh or like think about those times that you had really crazy experiences. Like I think one of our highlights was we landed in Bali, we had to rush to Padang Bai, which is where we got on the port to get to Gili, and I think like we were so tight on time. Like we literally got there around 10:25, 10:28. We had to pay and everything, and then we wanted to try and rush to get to the port, and then at the port we were kind of held back because there was a car in front of us that was kind of blocking us from getting to the port. And so Lucy kind of just started directing traffic in Indonesian, and she's like, please move, we have to get on the boat like ASAP. So I think, and then, you know, we obviously laugh about it because we didn't really understand what she was saying, and all you can hear is just kind of her passionately telling them to move along. So it's really quite funny. I think one of the great things about traveling together is that you make new experiences, you make new memories, and these kind of memories are really they're harder to have after university, I generally find. So it's really lucky, and it's, you know, traveling with friends is a great and fortunate thing to do. Amazing trip. We definitely need to do it more often, not every 10 years please. I think a huge shout out to Lucy and her husband for making like the whole Indonesia trip so enjoyable. We just had so much fun, and I think like it was crazy, it was hectic, it was fun, but that's part of life, and that's what you kind of remember in the future. So definitely do travel with your friends. Be careful because it can make or break. And I think even when you think about where you travel, like if it's a beach versus city kind of holiday, that makes a huge difference in how you choose who to travel with, because people obviously have different interests or want to do different things. So it's always good to be aligned on what you need to do. But overall, thanks for such an amazing time, Jakarta and Bali and Gili. I'm so happy we got to go to Gili this time. But thank you guys for watching. Do subscribe and turn on post notifications, and until next time's adventure, see you guys. Bye!
So casually keep diving into concrete, so bittersweet, huh? Keep losing sleep while driving